looking at our purchasing power based on environmental sustainability, workers' conditions, nutrition, environmental sustainability, I didn't say that. And so there's these values. But what's really interesting, it's not a theoretical model. LA School District, the biggest purchaser of food in LA, has moved to this model. So they purchase tons of food, as you can imagine, right? And so LA has moved to this model that's values-based, which of course what happens when you change purchasing of that? You start to change the whole system around who can start to plan for it. Local farmers, others that actually are part of this. And because LA started to do it, Chicago picked it up, Philly, Seattle, a bunch of different school districts, which are usually the biggest school purchasers, but other institutions, sometimes hospitals, are starting to transform health systems by looking at their purchasing power, the public dollars differently, right? Which are solving multiple problems. They're changing who gets purchased. They're looking at solving, obviously, healthcare problems or meeting healthcare needs. I can move this next slide. Is that up? Are you trying to? Okay. So, just a real quick clip on this. This was said, I think, wisely earlier on, and I can't remember who said it because it came up a couple times. We said that one of the leading practice is borrowing from others and building your own. So usually if I'm with a community, or this community that's done something in a really innovative way, I'll ask, wow, where'd that come from? How did you guys start that? And they'll say, well, you know, there was this little town in Mississippi that's similar size to us, and we did this. Or we heard this happen in Fargo, North Dakota, or this happened in our system, or now we can see this with our coalition, right? So we feel like inspiring folks with what is believable. And so one of the things that we've been trying to build, we just launched a new version after 10 years, mostly supplying people with data, is a discovery platform where we're able to start to inspire each other with stories, solution-oriented resources, and tools. So if you want to, you can check out the earlier versions of that. If you want to recommend some pieces, great. But I think the main piece here is that how do we help folks move into a believability possible? And how do we borrow and make sure that we're going to have to adapt? There's nothing we can just snap on or snap off. My last slide is, I think, threading through all of this is this notion that relationships matter enormously. But at the end of the day, if we want to create change, if we want to create healthier, whatever our values are, more just, more equitable places for all of our families to thrive, we need to figure out this paradox. Power without love is reckless and abusive. If all this is about is methods and strategies and changes without love, then we're at a loss. If this is love without power, and it's just becomes sentimental. So I think about this change work. If we're going to change systems and actually change them for good and that they're sustained, we have to kind of marry this love and power, as Dr. King suggests. Thank you.